Look over there, what a beauty sitting there.
Ты будешь улетать или нет? А?
О, рыбочка.
I won't unhitch just yet. We need to wait for the dogs. Even though it's damp in the forest, the dogs ran pretty well. It was good, well done. One will be here soon, Sevka, and Turgut is a bit farther away. There, I'll turn off the collar and at least I won't have to worry because Turgut will be here soon and I don't want a fight to break out here. Turgut, come here, my good boy, come here. Come on, my boy. Hey, stop it, don't be silly. Come here. Come on, my good boy. Good job. Что у нас сегодня на завтрак?
Yesterday evening, the temperature was probably around 10 degrees. I had to light the stove in the cabin. It was a bit chilly indeed. Well, it's certainly much better to heat the sturdy stove than to try and make a roaring campfire under a tall, dense fir tree, especially in this kind of weather.
chewing sounds, beans with moose meat. That's amazing. Beans give you carbs and moose meat gives you protein. And your legs, oh, how incredibly well they truly walk and move. That is truly, truly delicious. This is incredibly tasty and absolutely delightful.
All right, so now I will certainly eat a hearty meal, then have some refreshing coffee, and subsequently head out into the vast wild taiga.
Вперед! Вперед! It's been a warm summer this year, but not too hot, and there are just an incredible amount of berries. And the berries are so big, about the size of a fingernail. It's been a long time since we've had blueberries like this. Look, I'm picking them with a cranberry rake. While I'm waiting for the dogs, that's how it goes. What's the point of running? The dogs have scattered, one to the left, one to the right. They're busy? I think let them be busy. You wait for the dogs and pick some berries while you're at it. The jar isn't heavy, and neither is the rake. So while I'm moving around during the day, I'll gather some blueberries. In the evening, I'll make some jam. Well, that's how we live, little by little. He meticulously picked the entire hill completely clean. What an absolute rascal he truly was. Mishutka is walking nearby. Do you see how he's sucking on those blueberries? I didn't pick them, it's him. He just grabs them with his lips and pulls them off like that. Just like that. He's quite the craftsman too. Not a craftsman, more like a lipsmith. Chaga. Basically, there are all sorts of legends among the people that it supposedly helps treat cancer. Honestly, I don't know. I've given it to people with cancer several times, and basically it didn't really extend anyone's life. I don't know how true these assumptions are, but in my opinion, it's probably mostly just speculation. Nevertheless, as a herbal supplement for a while, or if there's no tea around, I sometimes use it too. There were times when the tea ran out, or the mice would ruin everything, or sometimes a bear would get into the cabin and make a mess as well. You come back and there's nothing left except salt. So sometimes you just had to drink it. Our grandfather usually broke it into small pieces, put them in the meat grinder and cranked it. It actually grinds pretty well. If it's too hard, you can soak it a little, and then it becomes softer. Basically, it has a texture kind of like coffee, you know, sort of unevenly granulated, you could say. Yeah. Then you dry it all out, and after that you brew it. And just like with coffee, you let it sit for a bit so the grounds settle, then you pour it and drink it. I don't know, to me the taste is kind of sweet, a bit cloying. I can't drink it for long, 2 or 3 days at most, that's all I can handle, so I can't really say anything about its health benefits. But if people say it's good, then I guess they know what they're talking about. So from 5 liters of berries, I ended up with 1, 2, 3 jars of pulp, and probably about half a pot of syrup as well. If the syrup doesn't go sour, it'll be fine for, you know, making fruit drinks. Damn, there are no jars left, nowhere to pour it. I don't know. Ah, it's delicious. Now I'll try to pour it somewhere else. Well, that's it. I'm wrapping up this evening's business and going to rest too. Joking around and all, but still I ended up fussing around the whole day. A new day begins. I woke up at 7 in the morning. Fed the dogs. Now I'll have a bite myself. I carefully fried some delicious eggs with fresh sausage and ripe tomatoes over there. And now I don't even know what to do. Either go to the forest with the dogs or run off to do some fishing.
Oh, I got such a really small piece of this. Are you hungry? Yeah. Did you get hungry? Well, what do you like this for? All right then, I will certainly let you go now. I truly do not need you to be like this at all, in any way, shape or form.
Иди сюда. Идем. Все, тихо, спокойно.
My very good friend is currently standing right there, quite still and observing the surroundings. Shchuchka is such a very good girl indeed. Well, come here, my dear little one. Hee hee hee.
Мелковато. Все, аккуратненько, не поранься. Нифига себе. Here I am, sitting right here with you, telling you some interesting stories, and I just successfully caught a really big fish. Oh. Easy, easy. Take it nice and slow, there's no rush at all. All right, please don't get nervous at all. There's absolutely no need to feel anxious. Well, I guess it's time to wrap up this fishing trip. I'll head back. The dog is barking like crazy in the cabin. I need to go check what's going on with them. Все, молодцы. Молодцы, хорош.
Сейчас ужинать будем, не паникуй. Молодец.
I decided to fry some mushrooms instead of fish. Now I'll stuff myself and then hit the sack. And just like that, another day has passed. The days flash by like in a movie.
The sign fell off again. Funny, isn't it? I guess in any forest cabin there are stories involving bears. Our cabin is no exception. For a while, a bear started coming around here too. At first he tried to tear apart this corner, scratching at it. He left claw marks. Then he changed his strategy and started climbing in through the window. He'd climb in, make himself at home, and then leave through the door like a proper guest. As for the mess he left behind, well, I probably don't need to describe it. I think everyone can imagine it. It's probably like an elephant visiting a china shop, something like that. And the cabin's residents get an unexpected opportunity to do a thorough cleaning of the place, and a very deep one at that. So as they say, every cloud has a silver lining. Meanwhile, the bear earns himself the title of housebreaker and keeps up his skills for several years. Hunger is probably the main reason bears break into cabins, or maybe curiosity. But there aren't many other reasons. Hunger happens here too. The berries, which the bears completely depend on because they contain sugar, and it helps them put on fat. Sometimes we experience a truly bad harvest, a period of scarcity that makes life incredibly challenging. But in years like this particular one, it's not just the poor yield that's the problem. All the mounds around here, every single one, are completely dug up by bears. It's as if a massive destructive herd of wild boars has come through, leaving a trail of chaos and overturned earth in their wake. Usually during the initial stages of a bad season, when times are pretty lean and food is scarce, the bears tend to settle into the cabins, seeking shelter and perhaps any scraps they can find. Well, anyway, one could talk about the bears here endlessly, their habits, their destructive power, their constant presence. As they say, the stories are never ending. It's far better to clean up this mess quickly, or the flies, attracted by the fish and the general disarray, will swarm in now too, making the situation even more unbearable. So, this is what she'll have here, this fish that needs to be preserved. I'll salt it now, meticulously, ensuring every part is covered, and then I'll pack it carefully into a barrel. Damn, it's incredibly frustrating, but there's no small tub available, no buckets to be found, absolutely nothing suitable for immediate transport. Given this predicament, I'll have to come back for it in the depths of winter, when the snow is thick on the ground, using the snowmobile for easier access. There's no way I'm going to carry this heavy fish myself, not with the current lack of proper containers. Let it stay here for now, safely salted. I always make sure to let the fish sit for a bit before I begin the salting process. This allows it to drain thoroughly, preventing any extra moisture from diluting the brine. Otherwise, if there's too much inherent moisture, sometimes even in its own brine, it can spoil a little. It won't necessarily go completely bad, but it might turn a bit sour, which is undesirable. So I'll salt it now following my usual careful method. It'll be perfectly fine, preserved correctly. And you two, don't take too much. You already got a fish each yesterday, so be content with that. For the salting, I always use coarse sea salt, sprinkling it generously and evenly over each fish. Then, I lay them belly down, allowing the salt to penetrate thoroughly, and they'll salt well and turn out perfectly fine for consumption later. So, what are you planning to do now that this task is underway? Let's go to the forest, a place of peace and natural beauty. Let's go to the forest to explore and enjoy the tranquility. Let's go to the forest and immerse ourselves in nature.
Look closely. Do you see over there in the distance? It's swimming gracefully in the water, isn't it?
What a beauty!
There he goes, swimming gracefully and effortlessly, and here I am sitting quietly and patiently. See? There.
What a magnificent deer, such a beauty. Did you see that?
They've been officially recorded and documented in the Red Book here since the year before last, which was quite some time ago.
Damn, the oars are clanking.
He hears me, he heard that. He.
What a handsome one. What a truly magnificent and incredibly beautiful stag beetle. Its impressive antlers are quite remarkable to behold. I was wondering where my dogs went. It's about to come out now.
So my friends, you just saw what a truly beautiful deer that was. I sincerely hope you thoroughly liked it. Hunting and killing animals are, after all, two different things. Honestly, I could easily catch up to it here on the motorbike. But probably no self-respecting hunter would go after an animal that's in such a helpless state. We even had cases where we tried to save moose, but unfortunately it didn't work out. Turgut. Come here. Come to me, Turgut. The deer entered the water exactly at the place where the dog came out. This is how they shake off dogs. Come here to me, Turgut. I was actually getting ready to go home today. We need to head back to base, go home to the city. That's the problem with these excitable dogs. While I was walking to the boat here, well, what is it really? A kilometer. The dogs spooked the deer and both of them ran off. Sever must have messed up somewhere, apparently got confused. But Turgut figured out the trail, and Sever doesn't have any signal at all, which means there is no reception. Turgut actually picked up the trail right where the deer came out. Well, let me put it this way. First of all, deer are listed in the Red Book here, and second, as for letting dogs go after deer, here, I don't know. Maybe in Siberia guys hunt merles and so on. Here, you can't stop a deer. It just takes off on the run and sometimes drags the dogs for 5 or 7 kilometers. I've seen it, until the dog finally shakes it off, or gets shaken off. So that's how it is, basically. Well, anyway, I hope I made you happy with this deer. Magnificent, awesome, beautiful. What more can I say? He still has velvet on his antlers. He hasn't rubbed it off yet. Right now. Just a little longer and his antlers will harden. What a beauty. A handsome bull, really a trophy one. What a magnificent sight. What else is there to say, right? I'm going to sail away from you, I'm telling you for sure. I won't. I'm not going to take you on board. Go away. To the shore, I said. To the shore. What, do you want to tip me over along with all this, with the cameras? Get out of here. Go to the shore. I'm not going to take you on board. Turgut, I'm not going to take you on board. Good job, good job. Get out onto the shore. Come on, my good one. Come on out now, Turgut, please. Молодец. Ну нафиг, сейчас его сюда, блин, он подойдет, меня крутнет, и нахер все мои камеры, тут все эти навигаторы, все будет в воде. Молодец, мальчик, молодец, хороший мальчик. Но нам севера надо все равно ждать.
All right, I've successfully gathered all the dogs. I am now going to head back home. I originally came here in the pouring rain, and now, quite unexpectedly, it's starting to rain heavily again. Well, my friends, I think it's time for me to say goodbye for today.
And no matter what the prevailing weather conditions are like, whether you are out in the vast expanse of nature, comfortably at home, or diligently at work, always remember that after the inevitable rain, the glorious sun invariably comes out, bringing with it renewed hope and brightness. Good luck to everyone.